What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Gotham Knights being at DC Fandome, and that being the next time we're going to see the game. So I don't want to spend too long. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know I do that enough already. Obviously, it was not at E3. Obviously, it was not at Summer Game Fest. I'm sorry if I led anybody astray. I did always put my hope of, or my expectation, I guess, even for Gotham Knights to be below games like Lego Star Wars and even Hogwarts Legacy. I actually thought Hogwarts Legacy would be there over Gotham Knights if I had a choice. Obviously, none of them showed up. They did the unspeakable. They did something that we all kind of thought they probably would do, is just leave us out to dry and just do nothing. Just do Back for Blood and just kind of say F you. And that's exactly what they did do. So thank you, WB Games. I appreciate it. So now we'll see this game at DC Fandome, and is that okay? That's something I do want to kind of get into a little bit in this video. Would we see it before? All of that stuff, okay? Really quickly, and again, this won't be that long of a video, but really quickly, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys have the bell icon turned on so you know all these videos go up. Hit the like button. Absolutely helps these videos out, and I would much appreciate it. And final thing, again, if you guys haven't followed me over on Twitter yet, Podcast Now 15 is my Twitter handle. Link for that is in the description below. We have a ton of fun over on Twitter, and we're growing every single day, and I really, really appreciate, again, the support. Let me say this really fast. I know this could make maybe people click off, but you guys rock. I say that a lot. I just say it at the end of the video. Not everybody makes it that far, so thank you all so much for supporting me, for supporting the channel. We've been covering Gotham Knights for years, okay? Not as long as other people, but a very long time, and very consistently. I would say in terms of the uploads more than other people. So I do want to thank you guys for that. And again, like that's why things like this hurt, isn't it? Right? Because we're all in this together. We're all talking about this. We're all excited in one way or another. Maybe some more excited than others. And obviously, again, it wasn't at these events. Now, again, to me, no big deal. It was definitely more of a disappointment for Hogwarts. I would say it was more disappointment even still for Lego Star Wars. That was, I would say, even the biggest one, because that, I don't know, you would think that's kind of, I hate to treat it like a throw-in game, Lego Star Wars, but it almost is in the way that we talk about it for these shows. But Gotham Knights was never super high up there in terms of expectations. I think when they announced DC Fandome, people thought, oh, okay, there's our easy confirmation. In fact, they did even confirm, remember, that they are going to do games again. So, where I'm sitting right now, and I'm sitting in my chair, obviously, but in case anybody was confused, but where I'm sitting right now, obviously DC Fandome seems like the easiest spot. I think, well, clearly, and let's be flat out honest with each other, right? What's the most safe to do right now? What's the safest to do is to literally just expect it there and nowhere else before. Okay, I think, with Hogwarts Legacy, now we are truly in the dark. The lights are turned out. We're blind. We literally can't see. We're knocking ourselves into walls, all that stuff. That's where we're at. For Hogwarts, I'd even say for Lego Star Wars, we have, no idea where we are, okay? Now, obviously, those games are coming out. They're not canceled. But, we don't have a thing we can look to and say, oh, for sure it'll be there. I mean, for Hogwarts, you could say, well, maybe Sony has marketing rights to it. Very possible. That is very possible. But we don't know that for sure. And so a Sony event could happen, and if it's not there, well, then, that sucks, you know what I mean? But there's nothing you can do. So we don't really have a goal for those two games. And really, you could go for, Suicide Squad, I think we would, because that would be DC Fandome. Really, any other, NetherRealms game, we don't really know. Actually, is the rumor correct? Did Microsoft buy them? Obviously that would change some things. But if it's a Marvel game, it wouldn't be a DC Fandome, right? So, or maybe it would. Actually, we don't really know. Would they allow that kind of crossover event at DC Fandome? So, and Monolith's game, right, Middle Earth, we don't know. So a lot of these games are complete unknowns. In a way, Gotham Knights actually somehow has crawled itself up there and is now in the lead. It's oh my God, you never really expected this of me, right? I'm in the best looking situation right now. And it is, I don't think we see this at a Sony event. I don't think we see this at a Microsoft event. I don't think we see this anywhere. I don't think we see this at Gamescom. That'll probably be the next thing people would talk about. Because Gamescom can be big, and it has been big in years past, and there's been big announcements, and there probably will be this year as well. But will Gotham Knights be one of them? Probably not. At this point, I look to October. I think a lot of people look to October for Gotham Knights. And you know, and we'll talk about it much more as we get closer. I'm going to try. We'll see if they allow people to. I want to co-stream it in some way, or at least do some sort of live stream for it. So there's things and events that I want to try to line up with there. We're going to have a lot of fun, because the thing is, like, that is their coming out party in the way that, I mean, well, last year kind of was, right? But this is like 2.0, where you can show even more. You can really do again what you did last year, but you could even end it on a release date. Because, I mean, you almost need to, in my opinion, because the game, obviously, again, being delayed, comes out, let's say, the first quarter, first third, first half, let's say at least first half of 2022. You show it in October. What is it like? It's in the middle of October. So I think you can give a release date there. I think you could say March, whatever, February, whatever, April, whatever. I don't think that's too. I mean, Starfield literally gave its release date, 16, 17 months ahead of time. Okay, so clearly they're not worried about giving a release date so far out. Gotham Knight, now, obviously very different companies and all that stuff, but I think they could do it. So, DC Fandom, going to be huge. These games, I think, can be huge. I really think we see both of them, Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad. And again, that's we're in the best case scenario for Gotham Knights. We don't really know what's going on with the other games, but Gotham Knights. Now, if it's not there for some god unknown reason, but I think, well, like I said in the beginning, like, it's probably best not to get our hopes up for it to be anywhere else, like earlier. Maybe you could call me out and say, Alex, well, technically you could add to that, right? And you could say, maybe it's best that we just don't ever expect Gotham Knights to be anywhere. Maybe we, but like, and the way I say that kind of is sarcastically, right? Because in a way, you do have to have expectations. I mean, I know people do this, but I just don't see how they do it, and I'm not like that. Like, if I don't expect Gotham Knights to ever be anywhere, right? Then, like, why, like, just cancel the game? Because if then I basically don't pretend it's real, don't pretend it's coming, just pretend, I don't even know what you would pretend, you know what I mean? So, I don't really buy into that. Now, maybe that's an exaggerated point of view, but, I want to believe it's going to be somewhere. You know what I mean? I want to believe it's at DC Fandom, and it's so easy to line it up. It was there last year. They announced it. It wasn't anywhere else. It's in October, late in the year, gives them plenty of time to prepare for it. The game comes out anywhere between, let's say, 4 to 7 months after DC Fandom. That is perfect time for a full showing. Maybe you could do Game Awards after that. Maybe you could do somebody else's conference after that. Maybe you just go on your own, right? But DC Fandom this year, very easy launching platform for them to, like, fully come out and talk and show this game and get people ready, okay? That's what I think. So let me know, guys, in the comments below, what do you think? Are you ready for DC Fandom? Do you think for sure it's going to be there? All that stuff, again, let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon, hit the like button. Again, definitely helps the video out. If you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, Podcast Now 15. All of my other social media stuff is in the description. Link for Twitter's there as well. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you all on the next video.